So this is Indonesia, here in red, Indonesia, Australia, Antarctica, Asia, and Africa. So Australia, Indonesia. And what you see here, this is a subduction zone that will cause volcanoes, and volcanoes will provide many resources, including copper and tin. That is officially used in the Bronze Age to make bronze. What I will claim is that they are doing this bronze production and other more advanced alloys already 2 million years ago. And Neanderthals and Archaics are involved, and that is always under supervision of modern humans. The Archaics, including the Neanderthals, are the working class. Are hybrids bred to be the working class? That is similar of what modern humans today are dreaming of, but they are dreaming of robots, because humans are too complicated, and let's say Neanderthals and Archaics would no longer be ethically okay. So anyhow, please remember that we have these strong currents from the Americas, and they will hit on this combination of Indonesia, Sundaland, and Sahul, which practically touch. Even today, there's only an opening of 35 kilometers here. So the strongest currents of the world would hit this narrow passage, sea, with a tremendous current that would draw everything into the Indian Ocean to their death, and as they are superior navigators. So because it cannot exit, it will hit here, and it will be turbinated in this direction, because here this was land. So it would hit here, the Pacific currents would hit all here, would be blocked by Sahul, which was much bigger than Australia today, and by Sundaland, which was connected to the Eurasian continent. So it would hit here, and it would be turbinated back. And now you see that there is a very narrow passage here, and you see this is the south of Sulawesi, and the south, and I will show you that in the south, there's a site that Stefan-Milo has a video about, but he doesn't make the connections we are making here. So I go to the map of the currents, but please remember that it will hit south of Sulawesi, have no exit, and will be forced through the Celebes Sea, to the right of, I'm not sure if it's Borneo today. So Sulawesi, it has a special form, don't know how you can call it. Let's say it has two legs. It's the only one with two legs that is standing up. So I will go to the global map. Here you see the same thing. So the Pacific currents push into this hole, and will have no exit, and will turn back here, which we call the Wallace-Line. So Wallace-Line from here, between Java and Lombok, 35 kilometers, is the only passage, so it must have had a tremendous current that would leave send all what floats into icy Indian Ocean. So it starts to be icy from here. Okay, so it's pushed back next to the Philippines, following the Wallace-Line. So it's a well-known line. So also to China, we come back to this later, to China, to this archaeological site that presents this 1 million year archaic, but with Homo sapiens, I don't like that word, with modern human DNA and morphological characteristics, much more than Neanderthal, Denisovan, and Homo erectus. You have as a reference point Wuhan, and this is the Yangtze River. So this is the Yangtze River that goes to the site, to the Yunshuan Man site, That's the 1 million year old fossil with modern human characteristics, more than Neanderthal, more than Denisovan, more than Homo erectus. So in some videos, I hope to draw your attention to something else. This will look like something, well, for some natural and for others artificial. At least the walls are artificial and man-made for sure. But in fact, I will explain why this landscape is connected to Denisovans, to Archaics, to large works. You see the landscape is large, is immense. It's immense canyons, which are not natural, as I explained. Valleys are natural, canyons are not natural. Consensus keep telling, but canyons, this type of canyons, this type of landscape is not natural. In other videos, I will explain what this is, why this is so. So again, so path. These mountains look like dragons. This must be the reflection in a lake. It's quite impressive. And I will explain that they, for them, it's important that it would look like dragons. They interpreted it as dragons. This looks like a cave. I'm not sure if it is. So this is the dramatic landscape. This is a straight up facade of a canyon. And you have these meanders that I consider not natural. And you have these straight up facades that I don't consider natural. And I will argue and I will prove by probability, amongst others. And then there's again these kind of extrusions of the landscape, which obviously are excellent to supervise a valley and safe from whatever happens below. Again, so they can walk over the dragon to these platforms, narrow, to protect against attacks. This is quite often a little bit higher. This is narrow, so it's defensible by a relatively small group. Steep walls that are too straight to be natural, to be from river or sea or whatever erosion. And the terracing is obviously not natural. And I will claim that this terracing was there 2 million years ago, not something made by modern humans. It is made by modern humans, but not not by the modern humans from out of Africa. So this is the Yangtze River, and the Yellow River will touch almost here. And so let's say the two rivers are around this 1 million year old site with modern humans, because the Archaics present modern human characteristics more than Neanderthal, Denisovan, and Homo erectus. So here you see it's two parallel rivers that pretty much start at the same point. So if you travel in this river, you can switch to the other river. Now you could find this quite ridiculous, but hopefully I will be able to explain. So both rivers run through China, Mongolia here, South and North Korea here, and then India, Myanmar, Laos, Vietnam. Laos has another important archaeological site. It has the Valley of Gyres. So this is overview. It's not so important right now. Anyhow, this is Australia, this is Gondwana. So South America once was connected to Australia, this way and this way. Doesn't matter right now. This is 700 million years ago. It matters, but it doesn't matter. It's too early. So this is important. These are immense rivers. I think the Yangtze River is the third river of the world. It goes to Tibet. So it goes from the Pacific, that is exposed to the Americas, especially to South America. It goes all the way to Tibet. That's India. That's above India. and that is all close to the Altai Mountains. That must be more or less here. So this is Wuhan, this is the Yangtze River, and this leads to the Yinchuan man site, the 1 million year old, archaic, but archaic influenced by modern humans. He is a descendant of modern humans, just like Neanderthal is, and that's why it's a sister group, just as Denisovan is, and that's why it is a sister group from modern humans, just as Homo erectus is, but officially they have no DNA of Homo erectus. So this is the entry of the Americas, of the Pacific, of everything that we connected in the former and in this video. And this is like a highway. I will explain. It separates, and it is like a highway. It turbinates everything that comes in. It turbinates it to Asia in high speed. High speed. It pushes in, and it's like kind of like a toilet flushes to China, to this Yangtze and Yellow River, to Japan. And exactly where it flushes through towards Japan, China, there is another archaeological site with Neanderthals. Why are there Neanderthals? Why are the Neanderthals not everywhere? Why are the Neanderthals together with modern humans that make advanced rock paintings that present domesticated or semi-domesticated animals that are hunted? The Neanderthals are the hunters. They are the fauna and megafauna handlers. And later I will draw attention that all these sites, some of these sites, are mysteriously linked to dinosaurs. Okay? And dinosaurs is supposedly, I think it's 70 million years ago. Not 70,000, 70 million. But I think that could be more recently, or the humans were there 70 million years ago. So this is the pig, and this is the humans hunting. It's an image from a video of Stefan-Milo. Neanderthal DNA, so that's what I claim. They are the Neanderthals. And here is the modern human drawing. But this is probably like 40, 50, 60,000, but it should not be there. It should not be there. It should not be in the Pacific, exposed to the Americas.